entire coaching staff was supposed to come up and go meet with different people. They do that every single year.
And there's value in that, by the way. And I know a lot of college coaches do that.
And so
if it's on that, I'm fine with that.
So, but also he was invited by Todd. It wasn't like he just emailed him and said, "Hey, let me pull up on you. Let me tell you about my kid."
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Leader Conscious One. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit that hype button. Make sure you hype the video. All right, baby. Let's get to it. All right, it's another episode on what happened on G. Bush interview with Coach Prime. All right, so there was a segment on there, right, where G. Bush and Coach Prime talked about Todd Monken, about meeting Todd Monken. Like, hey, man, you know, there's an episode in there where he talks about that, okay? And there's people out there on Cleveland media and abroad media, and we're talking about a different media right now, NFL on NBC. We're talking about Chris Sims and Mike Florio, okay? NFL on NBC. Chris Sims and Mike Florio did a segment on this particular part, and we're gonna talk about it. All right. Now, let me just say something real quick before we play it and all of that, and go through their video and react to it. Coach Prime said that he wanted to meet Todd Monken. He did say that, right? So I understand what people are running with, like, man, you want to meet Todd Monken? Dang, man, leave Shador alone. Dang, let him be a man. And right, okay, so you don't want Deion Sanders to conversate with his son's coach to help better him as a player. Now, that's how I view it. He wants to help better his son as a player so he can get the best out of his son, so he can better the team whenever he's in the game and playing quarterback. That's how I took it. Other people took it as, oh my God, you just trying to do too much as a father. Why don't you just hang back and you know the locker room gonna get upset and all this stuff. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as there's a father who sees that that there's a coach there that he knows, that he has a rapport with, that he can also talk to get the best out of his son for the team. That's how I look at it. Now, other people, they got their own ways how they look at it. I don't look at it as a negative. There's a lot of other media out there, Cleveland and abroad, who think this is a negative thing. No, you should not be with Todd Monken. It's not a good idea. You know, so I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that, but other people do. So, without further ado, man, let's get to this clip. NFL on NBC. Chris Sims and Mike Florio has did a reaction to Coach Prime on G. Bush's interview about meeting Todd Monken. Now, you know, we're going to break it all down. Let's get to it.
About grown how to get him going. That wasn't asked of me a year ago. I don't understand it. Like, even a guy like Travis Hunter being drafted to Jacksonville, and I've had him for the last 3. Don't you think you would want to talk to me to let me know, to ask me what gets him going and what backs him off and what, like, you would want to know that. So I anticipate, and I can't wait to have that conversation with Coach Monken.
All right. So you hear that right there. There's certain individuals got a problem with that. What you mean you want to be with him, man? And the Sanders family, man. That's why he fell to the 5th round. Because of you, Coach Prime. It's just you, man. So that narrative is coming back out. That's why you fell to the 5th round, because it's just so much stuff going on. You got your brother doing this. You got your dad co-signing. Now you got your dad wanting to be with the coach. Dang, man. Shador is just so much with you. The legendary Brinston, then your family, man. That's why you fell to the 5th round. Now that is coming back out. That's crazy. I'm gonna get more in depth into it though, but you see what I'm saying? It's kind of weird that they cry about everything the Sanders is doing for each other. They got a problem with Shador having a foundation of support. I don't get it. Just like with Travis, he said it. Hey, tell the coach to reach out to me. I can help you with Travis. I could have swore the coach said he was going to do it, but he ended up not doing it. Let's see what Chris Sims and Mike Florio got to say.
And he said he wants to have the conversation not as a father, but as a coach. Basically, a resource to talk.
Hold on, y'all. You know how it is. They got them. The ads. They got the ads, man. Hold on. Got the ads. Hold on. Here we go.
To Todd Monken about what it will take to get the most out of Shador Sanders, but there's still a clear bias there.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Shador to win the competition. He wants to tell Todd Monken what he needs to do, and basically, and look, again, we love Dion, and I'm never gonna not speak the truth in order to avoid making anyone uncomfortable or unhappy. It looks like Dion wants to try to work his magic on Todd Monken and explain to Todd Monken why it's in everyone's best interest for Shador to be the quarterback. And if you do X, Y, and Z, it'll work. And if it doesn't happen, it's because you failed.
Now, let's just break that down right there. Dion is trying to work his magic so his son can be the starting quarterback. Work his magic on Todd Monken. I really don't know what's wrong with y'all. A lot of y'all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Dion says this, you act like he didn't say it. The coach says this, you act like he never said it. Are y'all even trying to see what's going on? Or you just see a clip and you hear about something and you just hurry up and respond? You don't even care. Sometimes I understand you want to be the first one to get some content out, or you just want to respond to something. But Todd Monken and Deion Sanders has made it clear on their stance. So I'm confused on he trying to work his magic on Todd Monken so his son can win his starting job. And if he don't, then you're the failure, Todd Monken. Where did you get that from, sir? How did you just put that together like that after what you just heard? How did you do that? Dion is all about his son earning his keep, earning his spot. Todd Monken, you got to earn your spot. So if those two individuals say it's all about earning your spot, how did you get? He trying to work his magic for his son. Why y'all grown men so upset that a father is still around? Not only that he's still around, but he still got some influence to help further his son in his career. Why does that bother y'all so much? Y'all grown ass man jealous that this young man Shador Sanders have a father who's still around and still can have a little bit of influence to maybe help him get further along in his career, and a coach that won't mind listening to him, and you got a problem with that. Let's keep going, man.
Because Shador failed.
Yeah.
That's the danger. And that's why I think Dion needs to take a look in the mirror and ask himself, am I capable of separating father from coach? Is this something that I would say about any of my former players, or am I being influenced by the fact that this is my son? I couldn't fix it for him when he slid to round 5. This is my way to fix it now. I'll help him get a fair shot at being the week 1 starting quarterback. He'll win the competition with Deshaun Watson, and everything will work out.
So that's what you think now. Just because he said on G. Bush interview, shout out to G. Bush once again, and Coach Prime once again for a great interview, that it hurt him when it came to the NFL draft, and things didn't go their way. He went to Cleveland and things didn't go their way, and people are saying stuff that's not true about him, that he couldn't fix it. Just because he said that, you gonna try to use it against him? You gonna try to take a vulnerable moment and try to use it against him? Are you serious, bro? You gonna try to take a vulnerable moment where a father watching his son and things are not going the way that they used to go or what they thought would go in the NFL draft, and after being drafted, and then now he got to find a way to adapt to a lot of things now that he's not used to. And he said it hurt him that he couldn't fix it because he can fix everything else. And you try to use that against him? Come on, bro. What world do we live in, man? That a man is being vulnerable about a situation with himself and his son, and how he felt about his son going through a certain moments in life, chasing his dream and inside of his career, and you gonna try to turn it against him? You could fix it now, so I guess you're gonna try to fix. You could fix it then, so you're gonna try to fix it now, since you went to the 5th round and stuff. So you're gonna try to make it all right by trying to get him to win it. He can't make him win the competition. Shedeur has to win it on his own. You guys are crazy. No matter what Coach Prime says to Todd Monken, Shedeur still has to go win the starting spot on his own. I don't even know, how do y'all come up with this stuff? How do y'all even put this stuff together like that? Yeah, you know, you gonna try to butter him up, and then next thing you gonna do, you know, since you couldn't fix it, then you gonna try to fix it now by putting pixie dust and stuff all in Todd Monken's face and make him pick Shedeur over Watson, and then everything is fixed. How do y'all come up with this stuff? I'm confused, because that is so far from the truth. Let's keep going, man. This is crazy, man.
I think that's a clear, obvious bias that any of us as parents would have. I think he needs to be honest with himself and maybe not try to have that conversation.
It's a tough one there. And yeah, I don't think it's the best look. I don't think it's the best look for him or for Shedeur. I don't think he'd be doing him any favors in the Cleveland Browns locker room with that. I don't.
So you don't think it's a good look in the best interest of Shedeur? You can't speak for Shedeur. Shedeur ain't, let him speak for himself. Why do y'all put so much emotion into things that you have no control over? It's not a good look. Okay, that's your opinion. I respect it. But don't speak for Shedeur, buddy. Don't speak for Shedeur. Go ahead and say your opinion. But why are you trying to speak for Shedeur? I don't understand that part. That's the part I don't get. Why are you trying to speak for Shedeur? Shedeur ain't got a problem with his dad standing up for him and trying to help him get better. And if he can talk to the coach to help him out in certain moments, what is the problem with that? Now, I think you should not have the conversation with Todd Monken. Y'all are some older man that's jealous of a young man. We all see it. We all know it. Ain't no way all of y'all is upset at somebody having a father who still can have some influence and help him better himself in his career. Ain't no way all y'all grown ass men is crying about a young man having a father with influence that can still help him further get better in his career. Y'all got a problem with that? And you think the Cleveland Brown locker room gonna cry if Shedeur becomes a way better quarterback and they out there balling because Todd Monken and his dad had a conversation and he uses it and so he can get the best? Y'all think y'all really believe the locker room gonna cry about that? That's how I know y'all don't pay attention to nothing, man. Y'all don't pay attention to nothing. You think winning a lot of games with Shedeur Sanders and the dad is able to throw some pointers at the coach and the coach use it on Shedeur and it starts panning out and Cleveland Browns is on a roll. Y'all think the locker room gonna be upset about that? Boy, y'all are so way off base. Y'all are way off base. Y'all are crazy, man.
I think guys in the locker room are going to go look at it and kind of go, oh, daddy's coming to talk to the coaches here and talk for Shedeur and do that. I mean, there's definitely that aspect that can be viewed that way. So that's where, yeah, I'm not sure that really helps. Now, listen, I'm all for coaches reaching out to other coaches to understand more about a player. I get that. But at the same time, it doesn't always happen. It doesn't. I mean, not every team has talked to Nick Saban when they were drafted out.
Nah. Go back. You said you all for coaches talking to other coaches about players. And that's the end of the story. Because he's a dad and a coach. He's a dad and he coached his son. So you just right there, you just smacked yourself. Why you keep going? Just leave it right there. You all for coaches talking to other coaches about players. Boom. What's the problem? He is a coach, right? Yeah. He has the coaching experience. Y'all already know that. So what's the problem? No, whoa. It don't happen a lot. It don't matter if it don't happen a lot. He's one of the ones it can happen with. So you just said you cool with coach talking to coaches about players. Why is there a problem there? I'm still lost about grown men mad that a young man has a father in his life that still was able that played the same sport at a high level that he's in right now, dominated, got gold jackets, awards, championships, and everything, that he still can have some influence to help him further his career. And y'all saying that y'all don't like that? No, I don't think you should be. It's not fair to other parents. And we all know, even if you played team sports growing up, like I did and a lot of other people did, there's always a parent that's able to talk to the coaches like no other parents. What are y'all talking about? If you ever played team sports growing up, isn't there always certain parents that talk to the coaches on certain levels that the other parents don't, or don't have the luxury to? I don't even know what's going on with these people. And if the parent of the player is already cool with the coach, they give pointers so they get the best out of their child. That is normal, y'all. Now I know on the NFL level and college level it's a little bit different. I get it, but Deion is not the regular parent, so he gets to go in there and do what he do. I don't know what the problem is. It's really looking like there's grown men jealous of a young man who already came in with a brand, with Gatorade, with Nike, with this, with that. So he don't gotta play the NFL game. It seemed like they want him to play. It's like shut up and dribble, y'all. Am I tripping here? This is equivalent to shut up and dribble in basketball when that one reporter said to LeBron James them to shut up and dribble. This is starting to look like with Shador, y'all. I want your family to shut up. I want you to do what we say. If we say go to OTAs and do this, you better do it, and you better not say nothing that no controversial. Just keep your head down, boy. It's starting to look like shut up and dribble, y'all. Tell your family to be quiet because there's so much distraction. Todd Monken already said it ain't no damn distraction. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, it is. Shador and Shiloh need to tell him be quiet. So much distraction. I don't know, man. It's starting to look like shut up and dribble to me, man. This is crazy, man. Let's keep going.
Alabama players and go, hey, Nick, tell us what motivates the guy, what tells us not. I mean, we've heard Nick Saban say that before, that, yeah, this team, they never called me. They never talked to me about this guy, whatever, right? So, it's a little bit, it comes off, too, of like, hey, if you're going to draft my guys here, and Travis said, you got to kiss the ring a little bit. That's kind of how it comes off to a degree, too.
So just because he say, yo, when it comes to Travis and Shador, you should reach out to me because I can help you get the best out of them, that means they got to kiss the ring? It's starting to look like y'all jealous of this wealthy black family, y'all. It's starting to look like this. Because ain't no way we in year 2 of Shador being in the NFL quarterback situation and y'all still crying about Coach Prime and he's a dad and bro, ain't no way y'all. It's starting to look like y'all mad at this black wealthy family. That's what it's starting to look like to me. I'm sorry, man. This is year 2. Ain't no way y'all still crying about the same stuff in year 2. He's a daddy, just representing his son, and he get to talk to Todd Monken, and he get to walk around and influence. Hey, man, He's one of the top players that ever played in the game. Gold jacket, all that. He earned the right to be able to walk around and go up there to the sky boxes. He earned that. What's the problem? It's starting to look like shut up and dribble like they did in the basketball. Be quiet and do what we say, boy. Be quiet, boy. Tell your family be quiet, boy. We don't like them, boy. It's starting to look like that, and it's starting to look like they mad because they got they shine in it, and everything they touch turn to gold. It's starting to look like these grown men is jealous, man. I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
Again, I just don't think it's the best look overall or helping Shedeur. Honestly, I don't. I think in NFL, people look at that and they're not going to look at it that as a great thing. It's going to be like poo-pooed a little bit.
The NFL people ain't going to like that. Deion Sanders is helping his son be a better quarterback. Oh, is that right? So the NFL is going to be very upset that Deion is helping his son be a better quarterback for the Cleveland Browns so they can win more games, people can show up, buy more tickets for the new stadium, sell more jerseys. NFL going to be mad about that. Yo, do y'all even... Wait, I know y'all prep yourself before y'all go live. Ain't no way y'all got y'all notes together and went live with this crazy stuff, crying about a father being there for their son. That's all this come down to, y'all. It ain't nothing else. How are y'all grown men still? This is year 2. Find something else to talk about. Quit crying about this. He ain't going nowhere. He always gonna be there for his kids, man. Get over it. Let me get this straight. In year 3, y'all still gonna be crying about Deion? It's basically y'all don't want y'all just mad Shedeur is who he is and his daddy is who he is. That's what it is. This is sad, man. Y'all are too grown for this. And it's not good for Shedeur. Again, you can't speak for Shedeur. The Cleveland Brown organization is fine with Coach Prime popping up. Didn't you see the videos? It's like, even though the evidence is right here, we don't care. This is what we do. It's not about y'all anyway. So just report what's really going on. You can have your opinion, but still report what's really going on. That the Cleveland Browns ain't tripping. They cool with Coach Prime pulling up and doing what he do. Just admit it. Why you just can't admit that? No, man, it's bad for Shedeur. It's bad for the game. It's, your family need to be quiet and it's all the distractions. Even though the coach said, I ain't tripping, man. Let the fans do what they do. Let the if the outside noise bother you, you in the wrong profession. Get up out of here. Man, this is crazy. Let's keep going, man.
By coaches and GMs who are seeing this go on right now. And a little bit going, thank God we didn't draft Shedeur in the 3rd when we were thinking about it, or the 4th. And that's, to me, again, I don't think is helping Shedeur Sanders' case there in Cleveland.
See what I tell you? Now go that narrative. This is why you didn't get drafted in the 1st and 2nd and 3rd round, because of your daddy and all the stuff that's around you. Told you. What I tell you, man. I told you. Now the narrative is back. This is why you fell in the draft, because of your dad. Hey man, I don't know what's going on. They are really jealous that Deion is a real father, y'all. They mad. They mad that Deion is a real father and he ain't gonna stop it. And whatever he can do to help his sons and his kids and his daughters get to the next level, he gonna do it. And they mad because he got the cachet, he got the resources, and they just mad. They should be happy that a young man has his father to help him get better in his career. These are too many grown men upset that a father was in the same profession that his son is in right now, did very well, got a lot of relationships that he can help his son help his journey be a little bit better. Last year he couldn't really help him because it was out of his hands. Now we got Todd Monken there, and all the crazy stuff is over. Now they got Todd Monken there. He can do a little help. What's the problem with that? He's a Cleveland Brown. It's better for the Cleveland Browns that Shedeur can have a coach that can understand What's going on with him? What's wrong with that? I don't know, man. We live in a crazy world, man. We live in a crazy world. I'm out of here, man. Y'all let me know, man. This is NFL on NBC. Chris Sims and what's his name? Mike Florio. Y'all crazy, man. I'm out of here, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hype the video. And after this video, no, matter of fact, before this video start, I'm gonna put the clip in where G-Bus says Dion never asked to be there. He was invited. I'm out of here. Peace.